Hi everybody, how are you? I am Miss Khulud. Today we're going to have a new lesson about present perfect tense. Let's see together. We are going to know new informations about it. Let's see together the uses. To express action which started in the past and is still in actions. I have lived in Kenya for 10 years. That means I started in the past. I went to Kenya in the past. I was living there in the past and I'm still. So there is an action still. And to describe actions which have happened very recently means have just finished, which have just finished. I have just finished reading David Copperfield. I have finished it a short time ago, not a long time ago. And I use it to describe actions which have not happened but might happen in the future, which didn't happen but might happen in the future. For example, Ahmed hasn't visited Paris yet. Ahmed hasn't visited Paris yet. And when I use not in the present perfect tense, I also use yet at the end of the sentence. Okay? The other is questions and answers about someone's experience. Questions and answers about someone's experience. Let us have one example. Have you ever been to Greece? Have you ever been to Greece? Okay? No, I have never been there. And to talk about an action that happened in the past without mentioning the time. Action happened in the past and I didn't mention the time. I don't know when it finished. She has polished the shoes. She has polished the shoes. And when there is very specific evidence in the present of the evidence that took place in the past, means I did something in the past and and there is an evidence in the present, like for example, oh, you have cleaned your room. You have cleaned your room. It looks so wonderful. So how did she know that I cleaned? How was my room look? It looked clean. Why? Because I have cleaned it. It's an action which I did in the past, and this is the result, and this is its result. And in news reporting, the present perfect makes the event seems more related to the present. Means if I read something in the newspaper and I want to talk about it, I will use it in the present perfect tense. At least 20 people have been killed in the road accident on highway. I don't use this actions most of the time. Okay? Okay? And with time expressions like today, this morning, this week, this afternoon, this month, in the last year, when those periods of time are not finished at the time of speaking, means I didn't finish it yet. We have written 4 letters this morning. We have written 4 letters this morning. Okay? And the common time expressions always, never, for, since, so far, up to now, ever, how long in questions, lately, recently, just, yet, and already. Okay? Okay. And also there is time expressions which comes at the beginning, at the end, or after the past participle, or after the past participle. So far, up to now, lately or recently, since, for, over the years, in the last month, throughout the years, this week. For example, I have written 2 essays so far. I have written 2 essays so far. I used here so far at the end. I can use it in the beginning and I can use it after the past participle. I have written so far 2 essays. Okay? Okay. Notice this one. There is something that is important. Note, let us see it. If I have has or have been, if I have has or have been, it means have been to. It means that he returned. Means someone returned. He's no longer there. He came back. For example, he has been to Italy. Now he's in Egypt. He has been to it means he gone. Have gone already and he came back. Okay. He have or has gone to. Has or have gone to means he's still there. He didn't come back yet. And he will return. He has gone to Italy. He's still there. Okay. Have or has been in means still. He didn't came back. Okay, I have been in London for 3 years. I have been in London for 3 years. I am in London now. There is another, notice this sentence is also never. I use never in two ways. Let's see it. I can use it after have plus the past participle, and I can use it at the beginning of the sentence. Subject has or have plus never plus the past participle equal never plus has or have plus the subject and the past participle. I have never played tennis equal never have I played tennis. This is the first time plus subject plus have or has plus ever plus the past participle, which is equal to. This is the first time for subject plus to plus infinitive. For example, this is the first time I have never seen such a tall girl. This is the first time I've never seen such a tall girl. This is the first time for me to see such a tall girl. This is the first time for me to see such a tall girl. Notice this also. When we don't calculate the time, we use this formula. If I don't know the time, how long I stayed there or how long it happened, I use this time. It is plus time. That is, it is long time since, and the past simple tense. She has stayed with her aunt for a long time. She has stayed with her aunt for a long time. So it is a long time since she stayed with her aunt. It is a long time since she stayed with her aunt. If I have this sentence in the present perfect and I want to change, I don't know the formula, I don't know how long, and I want to use it in the beginning, I will use the past simple here after since. So it is a long time since she stayed with her aunt. The use of ago instead of since on for and vice versa. I can use since for. I don't want to use since and for, and I want to use ago. So how will I use it? Subject plus has or have plus the past participle plus since or for, and I will complete. For example, the boys have played football for 2 hours. The boys have played football for 2 hours. I want to remove now for and I want to put ago. How will I use it? Subject plus started or began. Plus started or began. I can use verb ing after started or began, or I can use to plus the infinitive plus time and ago. For example, see here, the boys have played football for 2 hours. The boys started playing football for 2 hours ago, or I can say the boys started to play football for the boys started to play football 2 hours ago. So I can use it with verb ing and I can use it with to and plus infinitive. Okay? And another notice, see here, subject haven't or hasn't plus past participle, and after since we know that comes past simple. I can change it into she hasn't gone shopping since Monday. So how can I change it? Subject last plus past simple in on at plus time in the past. For example, she last went shopping on Monday. She last went shopping on Monday. So if I have she hasn't gone shopping since Monday, I want to use last here. So I will say she last went shopping on Monday. So I will use the subject last plus the past simple and then on Monday. Okay? Okay? Or the last time, or the last time plus subject plus past simple was in on at plus time in the past. The last time she went shopping was on Monday. The last time she went shopping was on Monday. There is no difference here. The only difference is instead of she last went, I wrote the last time. And then she went shopping was on Monday. Was on Monday. Okay? Okay. So if I'm going to start with she last went shopping on Monday. But if I'm going to put the last time she went shopping, I will put was and then in, on, at, and the time in the past. Okay? I hope so you understand our lesson for today. Thank you very much for listening to our lesson.